Start your day the joyful way. It's your weekday morning talk show inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes. And now here's your host, the queen of joy herself, Jessica Dugas. Good Tuesday morning, everybody. I hope you are doing well today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and you are watching or listening or both to Project Joy Live. And I'm excited to be here with you today. It is Tuesday, September 20th, 2022. Still in denial that we're almost through or 3/4 of the way through September, and I will continue to be because I don't know where this year has gone to. So I hope you guys are doing well. I said yesterday in the beginning of the show that I'm kind of in this, like, I'm trying to be calm right now. Okay. There are disruptors of the peace happening, but I'm trying to be calm right now, because I know that a lot of people like us are in kind of like this transition space right now where there's a lot of things that are changing. And I just want to give you some peace, some hope. I want this to be a safe space for you to come. And so I'm trying to keep the peaceful vibes going on for you guys here this morning. We're going to be talking about brokenness today, coming up in the middle of the show, because this word broken and brokenness keeps coming up for me a lot in the last week and a half or so. And I mentioned it a little bit yesterday. And when we got to talking about it, I think even Erica had a different perspective. And so I just want to share a little bit of where I'm coming from and sort of why I feel like this keeps coming up. And it goes back to a lot of the work that I've done over the last several years, and even the work that I've done with clients and stuff as a coach or mentor. It's just an interesting thing that keeps coming up. So we're going to talk about that today and how it relates to joy and all of that. But I have to, and listen, if you're joining us live, say hello, let me know where you're joining from, and let me know what's bringing you joy today. We have some national days today. You only had a couple yesterday. Did you talk like a pirate yesterday? I need to know these things. Did you talk like a pirate? Also, did you take our guest, Erica, yesterday? Did you take her Joy Gem quiz? ericalasan.com. If you did not, I want to know what your Joy Gem is. I'm curious. Do you feel like it resonated with you? I need to know these things. Let's talk about national days today. It's national a few food days today. So here's your disclaimer to get a snack. It's National Fried Rice Day. I love fried rice. Oh my goodness. It's also National Pepperoni Pizza Day. I think we had Cheese Pizza Day. Yeah, not long ago, because I remember when I heard it was Cheese Pizza Day, I had to go celebrate and had cheese pizza. It is also National String Cheese Day. And it's also National Punch Day. Now, I love a good punch, like for a party, but no, people don't really, I guess this is not a thing people do so much anymore. Let me know when you have parties, if you have them, do you serve punch? Let me know. But it talks about, like, you mix different things together. There's alcoholic versions, there are non-alcoholic versions. Sometimes they're usually like a juice and a carbonated beverage and some other things thrown in there. My grandmother used to make one that had like sherbet in it that I thought was really good. And so that I used to love punch, but I guess this is a thing that a lot of people don't do anymore. I'm like, let's make punch, and people are like, why though? Like, just serve a can of something. So I guess the punches and things, but let me know if you like that. But it's National Punch Day. And if you like punch, if you serve punch, what do you put in it? It is also National IT Professionals Day. So if you're an IT professional, happy IT's Professional Day to you. It is National Voter Registration Day today, urging citizens to register to vote. More than 300,000 Americans registered to vote on the inaugural day of the observance in 2012. That number jumped to 800,000 in 2018. This day helps to ensure eligible voters register in their districts each year. The awareness campaign provides valuable information for each state too. And it is timed a few months before the bigger elections of the year. So we're coming up on our half term elections, I believe they're called, here in November. So make sure if you are not registered to vote and you are able and are of age that you go do that here in the US. And let's see what else is going on. It is also National Care for Kids Day. It's the bedrock foundation for building strong communities and societies as a whole, caring for children. It's held annually on September 20th, and it offers an opportunity for you to positively impact a child's life in a variety of ways, both large and small. That's because we all know there are many ways to be a role model in a child's life. So I love that. Let me know, did you guys have any role models in your life growing up? Who were the people that you looked up to? I can think of many people, and I had the opportunity recently. I'm going to send him an email today, but one of my favorite teachers found him on Facebook, and I sent a message, and I just said, I just wanted you to know what an impact that you had on my life. As a human, as a mom, as a homeschooling mom, as in my career and what I do. And so it felt really good to be able to say, hey, you were a role model to me. And so I love that as well. Let me know if you had any role models growing up. Let's see who's joining us this morning. Divine DNA was front row this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jacksons. I don't know which one is here, but good morning either way. Miss Brittany is here. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. Miss Judith is joining us this morning. Joy for me is being in East Tawas, Michigan, near Lake Huron. I love that. Beautiful. Judith is a punch person. I love punch, but people don't serve punch anymore. It's I don't know. Adam says, I was broken and now I'm kicking my demon's ass with what I am up to. Interesting, Adam. Always good to wake up and kick some ass. Rebecca's here this morning, joining from New Brunswick, Canada, feeling fairly overwhelmed today, so I'll have to search for my joy today. Listening to you while I fold laundry. I would say to you, Rebecca, first of all, I'm with you. I have laundry to do today too, and that's always a humbling experience. But I would repeat what we said the other day, and that is you are joy. So I would invite you, everyone in unison right now, to comment down below and say, I am joy. Proclaim it today. I am joy. You don't need those outside circumstances to bring you joy. You are joy. So just proclaim that in the comments today. Adam said, never had a role model growing up as I was busy being abused, but now I see my kids as my role models. I love that. Love punch good. I'm glad I'm not the only punch person here. I'm glad. All right. I begin my 10-year journey to becoming Dr. Adam with my courses at university. It's very exciting. Very exciting. Brittany is joy. Judith is joy. Divine DNA is joy. That's got to be Angelique out there. Yes. Rebecca is joy. Yes, we are joy. We are. We don't have to wait for the perfect circumstances and those perfect relationships and those. We don't have to wait for the ducks in a row, because Lord knows my ducks are never in a row. So I am joy. I proclaim that. And I'm glad you're proclaiming it with me today. So we're going to talk about that brokenness coming up. And I'm going to share a little bit why this word is coming up for me. And it's kind of going to go into some of the questioning that we were asking ourselves the other day about what if we chose for anything. What if we chose, Rebecca, in that moment for the laundry to be joy? What would that mean? It would mean that I would have to say no, I'm just proclaiming that it's joy. And so we're gonna tie some loose ends together today, and we're gonna talk about that word brokenness, and we're gonna get into how it ties into joy and all of that good stuff coming up. So we'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere. More to come with joy. Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com. Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Today is Tuesday, September 20th, 2022. I want to talk about brokenness today, and I'm going to be a good little homeschooling mama here and start with the textbook definition. This is from Cambridge Dictionary. A condition in which something is badly damaged and unable to continue or work correctly. Brokenness, a condition, noun, a condition in which something is badly damaged and unable to continue or work correctly. So when I read that, first of all, who's to say what's correct and what's not? I mean, I know, look, there are textbook definitions of everything out there and what's correct and what's not. But truly, as far as something being broken is concerned, it reminds me of that saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. You know, that saying, where something might seem broken to me, but to someone else, they're like, they see a project. They're like, oh my God, I could do so many things with this or whatever. I also think about cookies I made recently. So some of you guys that are on my personal Facebook page have seen that my daughter and I have been working on some vegan goodies, trying out flavors of things and recipes as we get ready to hopefully, fingers crossed, have a storefront or a food truck next year. And I made the Italian 7-layer cookies. So it's the tricolor cookie, red, white, and green, that has jam in the middle and then chocolate on top and has almond paste throughout. Delicious cookies. And for the most part, especially people who love those cookies, they love the whole thing. But I had one person, just one, who was like, I'm not a fan of the chocolate. So to them, the cookie was not enough. It wasn't good enough the way it was. They were like, I don't like the chocolate. The other person let their son try it, and he was like, he only ate the chocolate off the top. He didn't like the cookie part. He didn't like it's technically cake. I mean, it's real soft. Didn't like the cake part. So to him, that cookie wasn't good enough, okay, as it was. And so the comment that I ended up making in the end was like, this is the cookie for people who like the whole cookie, like who aren't just cookie people or chocolate people. These are people who are cookie chocolate people, like all together. People who don't look at the cookie and say, this is broken the way it is. So when I look at the textbook definition of brokenness and saying something to which it is so badly damaged, unable to continue as it is or work correctly, I think that some of that is up for interpretation, right? Like, I feel like whether or not something is able to work correctly or to continue is up to the person or the observer or whoever. Even that part about able or unable to continue, I think, again, depends on the person. So if, say, Brittany and I had, we each broke our arm. Okay. Both of us broke our arm. I may not be able to I may struggle with doing everyday things where Brittany may be able to keep going. It could go either way. And so again, it's very circumstantial. I think it's up for interpretation. I think that the textbook definition of brokenness is meh at best. Okay. Um, and it also states there's another part of a definition here that says a state of strong emotional pain that stops someone from living a normal or healthy life. Again, with the word normal, like correctly. Like, what is normal? Raise your hand if you think you're normal, because I know I sure as hell am not. Okay. So again, and normal and healthy, and again, there's a lot there that leaves up for interpretation, in my opinion. When I first started on my personal spiritual development journey in 2010, or I shouldn't say started, when I started being more conscious of the personal spiritual development journey that I'm on, I really felt like so much of me was broken. And I set off, I think that feeling of brokenness is what kickstarts many of us into the journey of self-improvement and self-awareness, because we feel like we need to fix something within us. And then those of us who are real egotistical think we need to fix everything around us too, because somehow that's a thing. And so I guess I want to start this by saying that I think feeling broken can help kickstart a journey for us, or kickstart us into realizing that there are places of unhappiness and dissatisfaction in our lives. I think when I was in that place of feeling broken, and I will say that there are moments now when I still slip into that space. I think that feeling broken is a more challenging feeling for me to transmute than the joy conversation ever was. I think this feeling that something's wrong, something's broken, something needs to be fixed within me or outside of me or whatever, I think that has been even a more challenging part of my journey than the joy thing ever was. So I'm thinking of processing this through with you guys, because again, I don't have notes today. I just wanted to talk about this and kind of process it out loud with you. So as I continued on my journey, I have found that feeling broken and feeling like I need to fix something creates a few different things. Number one, it can be really easy for us it was really easy for me to slip into not good enough. Like once I would fix something, it was like, well, more can be done and something else needs to be done. It's like a never ending, and I think underlying beneath everything, we start to feel like, am I really good enough at all? Or is there always going to be something that needs to be fixed? And I think that needs is a powerful word here too. So that's part of it. I also realized that my feeling of brokenness is a moneymaker for sure. Not for me. For me, it's a quick way to go broke. But my brokenness um, can put dinner on the table for a lot of people who claim to be able to have the thing, the product, the service, the whatever to fix however I feel broken. It also brings up feelings of worthiness. Um, Judith's talking about, am I good enough now? Yeah, like you can, like, if you're trying to fix something that's broken and it's not work, like think about, okay, so if you have a an appliance in your house, okay, and it stops working, and you're putting all of this energy into fixing your blender or whatever it is, and it still doesn't work, what do you do with the blender? You might take it to somebody else to fix it if you want to spend the money on that. But most likely, you're going to end up tossing that blender. And I feel like there are times that we do that with ourselves, where we reach that really heavy level of frustration of going, I have put in all of this time and energy and effort and money into fixing what's broken within me or outside of me, and it's still not working. I still haven't lost the weight. I'm still depressed. I'm still anxious. I'm still not able to find the joy. I'm still whatever. And it's it's challenging. It's challenging to be in that space. So when we were when I've had these really deep conversations with people lately within my circles of friends and influence, and there's always something that someone's working on. And I am like the queen of that club. There's always something that I'm working on. But I started to ask myself, I'm starting to feel emotional here, so I'm just putting that out there. I started to ask myself, where is this coming from? Is this coming from a place of brokenness? I feel broken and I need to fix it? Or is this coming from a place of, I choose to add something to my life that I want to choose to add? And as I look back, when I was in high school, I struggled with bulimia. And I look back at photos from around that time, from before I even lost all the weight from the bulimia. I look at those photos, and I'm like, girl, there was nothing wrong with you. You were not broken. And I can see literally, like, what if in your depression, you were not broken? What if in your obesity, you were not broken? What if in your Mr. Jackson Hulk angry moments, you were not broken? What if there's nothing for you to fix because you are whole as you are? What if we approached the adjustments that we want to make in our lives as simply a choice to make an adjustment instead of I am broken and I need to fix? Because and how I'm like sort of seeing this come together with joy is that choosing to feel broken, when you feel broken, it's a joy. It sucks the joy out of life because and we're not being present. We when we feel broken, we're focused on the past of what was before we were broken, or the future of what it's going to be like when we're not broken anymore. So when we're choosing to put all of this energy on being broken, like there's something that's wrong with us, we lose the appreciation and the joy for what's right in front of our face. And again, I like so many of the topics that we've talked about on this show. I'm not saying that this is easy. I raised my hand in the beginning of this and said this idea of brokenness has been more of a challenge for me than the joy part. But what I'm recognizing is that the moments that joy is challenging for me, there is an element of brokenness there. There's an element of feeling like something is broken, but I am constantly right now in this vibe of being like, girl, there is nothing wrong with you. Now, if I choose to fix something or to not fix, change something or add something to my life, that is now going to come from a place of choice, because that's where you get your power back. I want to go up and read a couple comments really quickly. Go back, but also Chelsea is here. Good morning, Chelsea, one of my favorite Texas girls. Yes, I'm weird too. No one knows what, if I don't know what normal is. I don't participate in that. Judith says we get humble and ask for help when we feel broken. I want to go back to what I was talking about in the beginning. I think that feeling of brokenness can fuel stuff like this. That feeling of brokenness can fuel us asking for help. It can also fuel us to get started, but it can also go the other way of where we're dragging ourselves down further, right? Like we start to get in that place of feeling not joyful and depressed and whatever. And Judith says, am I good enough now? Yes, the never ending story at times. It's like, I remember again going back to the bulimia issue, I can remember vaguely the first time that it happened and feeling like I just need to change a little bit. Like I just need to lose a little bit of weight. And it's not like I love food and so like I just need to lose a little bit of weight. And 6 months and 95 pounds later, I just need to lose a little bit of weight. And my senior picture, which I love, I think I look beautiful in my senior picture. I love how I look in it, but I was wearing a turtleneck, long sleeves. I was wearing as much clothes as I could, so I didn't look as skinny as I had gotten. And I was still in that place of I just need a little bit, just a little bit. I'm so glad that you can relate to this, Rebecca. I'm feeling it with so many people. And Judith, yes, money to be made and us feeling broken. It's true, because if we feel like there's constantly something to fix, we're going to be we're looking for that answer. It has us yearning, and we hear these stories of transformation. And look, they're great sales tactics. I'm not knocking any of it. I'm also not saying that some of these programs don't work to bring us results that we're looking for in our lives. But if you continually feel broken, there's going to be more and more and more and more of those things that we feel like, again, it's the never enough cycle. And it has to, and us purchasing those things to add to or enhance our lives needs to come from a place of I'm adding to or enhancing my life, not I'm broken and I need to fix it, or it will continue to be. I know so many people, and if the shoe fits, lace that bitch up and wear it. Okay, because this shoe has fit me in my past, and so I'm coming from a place of relatability with you here. Okay, some of you some of us love when we see a free program come out. We love when we see a 5-day challenge, a 1-month program, a 1-week freebie. And some of us have so many courses, free opt-ins, free challenges piled up so high in our files in our computer that you probably have touched 10% of them. Okay, the shiny thing, this idea of even subconscious perfection, and we can fix it and we can make it better, and there's money to be made in that. There's money to be made. If you feel broken, they can profit off of you. And again, you have the control, though. You are less likely to be piling up all of these courses that you're not using, these personal development challenges, if you are coming from that place of control, which is I am choosing to enhance my life and I'm going to be an active participant. I'm not going to fix something that's broken and move on, because you're not broken. That's where I'm getting to. You're not broken. Angelique said, agreed. Brokenness feeds a lot of other people as you seek repair. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on. We really do create our own reality, whatever that may be. Absolutely. Angelique says, I'm definitely that person that achieves a goal and I'm right on to the next. Sometimes starting another goal before achieving one, always working on something. And I think as long as you're coming from that place of choice and achievement, and it's bringing you joy, as we talk about here, and you are choosing to enhance your life as opposed to working on things because they're broken, I think that is the whole key to all of this. Yes, I'm like, look, I'm talking to myself here today as I'm sharing with you guys. Hi, Miss Linda. Linda says, learn to love yourself as you are and everything else will fall into place. I think that self-love portion is such a huge part of this as well. Because I think that brokenness and loving ourselves can sometimes go hand in hand. But many of us start to, ooh, this is just coming to me right now. Many of us clothe ourselves, like use that brokenness as self-love. Do you guys understand what I'm saying here? So many of us are using brokenness as an excuse, okay, of going like, I'm going to love myself, so I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to fix my outlook. It goes into this place of fixing. Like self-love, self-care, like I'm just going to I'm just going to fix these things. And that's my self-care practice. That's my self-love practice. Okay. I'm just having I am having a whole moment here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Some of us are disguising brokenness as self-love. Some of us are disguising brokenness as self-care and fixing, and it's oh wow. Yeah, that was a lot. And listen, you have to lace that bitch up and wear it. Judith. Rebecca says, even the way society is structured, it preys on our presumed weakness, or like you said, what we think needs to be fixed within ourselves. Absolutely. So there's a certain, I'm trying to be careful what I say because I don't want to put certain things out there that are like misinformation. There are certain things that I don't participate in that are supposed to be certain regular things that people do. I hope some of y'all can catch my drift here. But certain regular things, a regular thing that people are supposed to do. And the reason that I don't participate in that, the reason that I choose to do more specialized things is because those regular things are meant to be used to find issues, like to pinpoint things that are broken within you that you may like. Look, I'm all for prevention, okay? But when you have things that are not even an issue at all, now it's in your consciousness. And what do we know about manifestation? What we focus on, what we pray for, what we put our energy to is what comes to be. So if you didn't know there was an issue and now you're aware of an issue, now your energy is focused on that issue and now you have a bigger issue. So there are certain things that that are like regular things that people participate in that I don't participate in because I don't need somebody to come in and tell me that I'm broken and need to fix something that hasn't been an issue up until this point. I don't need somebody to come in and tell me to do that. There's even a lot of coaching practices that are formed in that way. Like, let's dig into all of your stuff. And look, there's value in finding out where there's ways that you can enhance things, but to pick apart everything that you're doing just to find the broken pieces. So now you can spend more money and time and energy to fix it when it wasn't an issue before. That's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole. We are born beautiful and whole, and with all our growing up experiences begin to feel less than. Yes. Yes. All of those outside people and experiences and stuff, like it weighs on us heavily. And I can see that. Like, look, if we even look back at growing up, and even if we had a great home life, you guys, think about little things that happened when you were young. You're at school, you write an essay, and it comes back with the red marks on it. You have to fix it. You're at home, your room is not cleaned to mom's specifications. You have to fix it. You're at church. You're told you're imperfect in so many ways, which is fine. I think we're all perfectly imperfect, but that we constantly have to fix, whether it was school or home. And like I said, it could have been completely happy. Like, it doesn't take bad parents, bad teachers, bad clergy members, bad friends. It doesn't take bad anybody for us to subconsciously feel broken. There is something internal. There are societal expectations. There are internal expectations. All of these things where we start to feel like we need to fix So we become really good at fixing as time goes on. Brittany, I'm crying, crying with you today, crying with you. Self-love and care are imperative. Many of us give away the love we need to give ourselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm just thinking as we're talking about this, like that brokenness, fixing the brokenness disguised as self-care. That'll be something I write about a little bit later, because I feel that very, very deeply. Feel that very deeply. Good morning, Mandy. Mandy says amen. Sharon says, I have discovered it's time to celebrate more of my actions, all that I do. Celebrate ourselves. Yes, I love that. Celebration, that's such a big thing as well. It's like the joy stuff, guys. When we choose to see the joy and experience the joy, there's not a lot of room for the other stuff. When we're choosing to celebrate our actions, celebrate all that we do, celebrate steps forward. I think there's not a lot of room for us to crap on ourselves about everything else, Rebecca said it's so easy to fall back into old patterns as well. We will accept ourselves how we are as we are, but then in moments of self-doubt, we'll backtrack into our old patterns of thinking. The fixing of brokenness over and over. We are enough just as we are in each moment. Absolutely. And that's what I meant earlier when I was talking about how, like, it's completely joy, happiness, wholeness, which is what I want to start using, wholeness instead of brokenness. That wholeness it's not an arrival. You don't just get there. You don't get there and be like, oh, I'm whole now, all better, I'm done. That's not how that works. You don't just go, well, I don't proclaim I am the queen of joy and then never have to work on that. I have to work on it every moment of every day. When my daughter was down here on the stairs whining for the 800th time this morning, I was working on my joy. I was also telling myself she's not broken. Because we forget that when we're dealing with other people too. How quickly do we snap when someone else does something that we don't like, and we're all, well, I'm not broken, I'm whole, but we forget that they're not broken, that they're whole too. I think that's something that we need to remember as well as we're dealing with other people. Now, does that mean that you have to be a doormat? And no, it still means that sometimes energies don't fit. And that's okay. But to get yourself wrapped up in it and get upset about it, it was hard yesterday. My daughter's been in a my daughter has been in a she's having a growth spurt. She never stops eating, whining, like it is a thing right now. And doing a lot of the why why will test one's joy and patience and perseverance in this mom life. But I'm reminding myself often, like, she is not broken in her whining. I am not broken in my frustration of her whining. But I would like to enhance our relationship. I would like to enhance both of our individual experiences on this planet. Being whole does not mean perfection. Being whole is a perfectly imperfect. Being whole is acceptance. Being whole is from a place of power and not from a place of I'm broken and need to fix it, and giving away your power to the thing or whoever wants to profit off of your brokenness, whatever that looks like. Nope, your daughter is not the only one. It's going around right now. Some of these kids, because I think about often, like, how much pressure is on these kids today? How much pressure is on these kids that we didn't have? We didn't have this stuff. Mm-mm. I feel very fortunate that mine are at home and that we homeschool, but I can't protect them. Like, even in homeschooling, like, I can't protect them from the outside world. And I don't necessarily want to, because there's part of me that's like, I don't want them to be shell shocked when they leave home either. But it's like, there's so much pressure on these kids. And then we're putting so much pressure on ourselves to know how to handle it, and on them to know how to handle it. Dude, we don't even know what we're doing. We don't even know what we're doing. Anyway, you are whole. You are joy. And you choosing to enhance your life is coming from a place of power, because you don't have to fix anything. You just, because you are. You just are. You're whole. You are joy. You are. You can enhance things if you want. You can not participate in things if you want. Take your power back today. That's what I say. Linda said, I have lifted the doormat from people who repeatedly tell me how broken I am, because, as you said, I am perfectly imperfect, but I continue to work on myself. Love always wins. I love that. Yeah, I'm not, my doormat is, my doormat's getting dusted off this week. Let me just tell you. I felt this exact thing this morning. I love that, Mandy. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. I feel like we're all not alone. There's so many about, like, and I just wanted to talk about this because there's so many. I see this. Thank you, Judith. I do, right? I'm about to throw mine in the trash. Trash. There it goes. I felt so called to talk about this because I see so many people that are like, again, that disguising fixing as self-love and self-care. Like, dude, you don't have to fix anything. And then miserable while they're fixing. Why? Because they're giving away their power. You are not broken. You are not broken. And now if you come to me and say, Jessica, I want to enhance my life. I feel like, I'm at a great place. I really want to feel that control, and I want to lose 20 pounds. I am here with you. I will slap the brownie right out of your hand. I will walk with you, whatever. I will support you. But if you come to me and say, there's something wrong, my life isn't great, it's going to be horrible unless I lose 20 pounds, I'm out, because you're not coming from a place of wanting to enhance your life. You feel like you're broken, and we need to work on that feeling of brokenness first, before, like, you're whole, you are joy. I love the idea of wholeness, a gentler approach that allows us to accept ourselves and those around us, allowing us all to just be and know that we are all doing our best. It opens a new way of communicating with others, a new level of unconditional love. And look at you winning today, Rebecca. You are laundering and being joyful and whole. I mean, look at you winning. Look at you winning today, Rebecca. Thank you for sharing that. I'm so glad, Linda. I'm so glad you needed that. Yes, switch the intentions. All right, you guys, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to do birthdays. Let me know if you know anybody that has a birthday today that you are wanting to celebrate, and we will do that. We're going to take a quick break and be right back after this. Don't go anywhere, because you are whole, you are joy, and you are a great singer, and we're going to sing together after the break.
Imagine a world where every child gets a great education. Educating all children is the only way to end poverty. This is what the Weiss Scholarship Foundation is working to accomplish. Our 6 staff members, our mentors and coordinators, who are on the ground in Kenya, are totally engaged in every aspect of our students' lives, so we can give them every opportunity for success. In just a few short years, we have already awarded 141 scholarships. We send children to high school who would have never gone without our support. And then we help them go on to either university or vocational school. We have already scaled our holistic business model to 4 locations and are ready to scale it to many more. Today it's Kenya, but tomorrow it's more countries. Please contribute what you can today. You can make a one-time donation, a recurring donation, or choose to sponsor a child all on your own for all 4 years of high school for just $3,500. Go to our website, www.weissscholarshipfoundation.org.
Thanks for watching the Breakthrough Show Network. Today, we'd like to support our friend over at Nail Beauty by Brittany. Purchase your custom, press-on, Reiki-infused nails by visiting nailbeautybybrittany.com. Don't forget your discount by using the code BREAKTHROUGH. And now, back to the show.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I am so glad that you guys participated today in this conversation about brokenness and joy and how it all comes together, the pieces. And again, I believe that you are joy. And I believe that you are whole. And the only thing there is to do in this life is to be joy and choose to enhance your life with things that can bring you more joy. And that's all there is to it. That is my word of the day. Pass the collection plate now. All right, you guys, we have to get to birthdays. And then I didn't even tell you I had a treat for you today. As I was talking about brokenness the other day with my good friend, Dorothy Auger, who you guys have heard read the For Love poem. She has a poem that's called Let Everyone Know. And I'm going to read that to you coming up as well. But first, we must talk about birthdays. Also, 2 quick reminders. 1, visit nailbeautybybrittany.com. Use the code BREAKTHROUGH to get yourself a discount. And number 2, the Weiss Scholarship Foundation virtual fundraiser is tonight. Make sure you guys go to weissscholarshipfoundation.org. And they're doing the raffles and the silent auction and all of that good stuff to help eliminate poverty around the globe, starting with sending children to school in a little village called Dago, Kenya. So make sure you guys check that out tonight. Birthdays, rapper Young Jock has a birthday today. Happy birthday to him. John Bernthal has a birthday. You might recognize him as Shane from the Walking Dead series if you're a fan. Singer Philip Phillips has a birthday today. You guys might remember him from American Idol several seasons back now. And George R.R. Martin, he is a writer, screenwriter. He is one of the writers for Game of Thrones. And I admit, okay, how many of you have watched the whole series Game of Thrones? Let me know in the comments. I think I saw 1 episode. Haven't watched it. But I started watching the new series that's the prequel to the Lord of the Rings on Amazon. Really, really good. Really enjoyed it. And I know there's a lot of people that are like, if you like that, you'll like Game of Thrones. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to go watch it, but let me know if you guys are Game of Thrones fans. Anyway, happy birthday, George R.R. Martin. Also the celebrities in my life, one of my Sing Snap friends, my singer friends, Wayne Halcombe has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Wayne. And also one of our Breakthrough alumni and Canada's own HGTV Canada, she's crafty, Wendy Russell has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Wendy. I hope you are set up to have an amazing day. Here we go. Birthday time. Drum roll, please. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Young Jock, John Bernthal, Philip Phillips, George R.R. Martin, Wayne Halcombe, and Wendy Russell. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to everybody that's celebrating. That whole video just gives me this nostalgic 90s vibe going on. So listen, I want to read to you guys this poem. This is by Dorothy Auger. Let everyone know. I am not broken, people. Let everyone know. I am not broken, neither are you. From slavery to success, from freedom to sickness, keep on walking your path, for this shall pass too. Find the empty spaces and express your divine self. Define your boundaries. Discover your wholeness. I am not broken, people. Let everyone know. I am not broken, neither are you. Unaware of your shadows or legally blind, your story is part of you. You belong with us. Crying with joy or sadness, defeated or victorious, keep on walking your path, for this shall pass too. I am not broken, people. Let everyone know. I am not broken, neither are you. Born different or alienated, your scars visible and not. Your story is part of you. Let's walk together. Find the empty spaces and express your divine self. Define your boundaries. Discover your wholeness. I am not broken, people. Let everyone know. I am not broken, neither are you. I love that. And thank you to Dorothy Auger for sharing that with me and those of us in our little Saturday group, and sharing that poem with everyone today because it goes with our topic. So you are whole, you are joy. I am Jessica Dugas, your host, and I want to thank you for being here today. And I want to remind you to make every day a great day for a breakthrough. Make every day a joyful one, and remember that you are whole. And we'll see you tomorrow.
You've been tuned in to Project Joy Live with Jessica Dugas, your weekday morning talk show, inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes only on the Breakthrough Show Network. Binge all past episodes of Project Joy at projectjoypodcast.com. Until next time, help us spread the joy by sharing this episode, and we'll see you soon.